Hello, hello, hello. Today we're doing a video about the tube again, and I'm going to try something new. This time I'm going to play a bit of light music in the background just to make it more interesting. I really hope I don't get copyrighted for this. But anyway, this is like a sequel to the least used train station per London Borough. This is the least used tube station per London Borough. First of all, I'd like to point out that the following London boroughs have no tube stations in them at all. Bexley, Bromley, Croydon, Kingston upon Thames, Lewisham and Sutton. So we're doing in alphabetical order, and we'll start with Barking and Dagenham, where it's Upney, and in Barnet it is Mill Hill East, which I have actually used, but I mean it's fair enough, it's in such an odd location that it's not really surprising. In Brent it's South Kenton, which isn't that surprising, because I have actually used the station, but it's usually reasonably quiet. And in Camden it's Hampstead. In Ealing it's North Ealing, and in Enfield it's Cockfosters, which I was kind of surprised by because it's the end of the line. In Greenwich it's obviously North Greenwich, as it's the only tube station in the borough, and Hackney has only got 2 tube stations and neither of them are fully in the borough, but of the 2 the least used one is Manor House, and the other one being Old Street, which apparently isn't even in Hackney, it's entirely in Islington, which I was a bit surprised by. I mean, there's no tube station entirely in Hackney, so I can't do the least tube station entirely in Hackney. In Hammersmith and Fulham it's Goldhawk Road, which falls into the category of stations just before the end of the line, which always tend to be fairly quiet. In Haringey it's Highgate. In Harrow it's West Harrow, which I have used, but it always does seem very quiet. And in Havering it's Upminster Bridge, again just before the end of the line. In Hillingdon it's Ruislip Gardens, again just before the end of the line. And in Hounslow it's Boston Manor, which is partly in the borough of Ealing, so the least used tube station entirely in the borough of Hounslow is Osterley. In Islington it's Arsenal, and in Kennington and Chelsea it's Latimer Road. In Lambeth it's Lambeth North, and in Merton it's Wimbledon Park, which I have actually used, and there were quite a few other people there, but again goes to the track record of stations just before the end of the line. In Newham it's West Ham, unless you include the National Rail and DLR, which adds up to it being not the least used station in Newham. If you do, then the least used tube station in Newham is Plaistow. In Redbridge it's Grange Hill, although apparently that's actually just outside of Redbridge, which I didn't know. So then the least used tube station in Redbridge is Fairlop. In Richmond upon Thames it's Kew Gardens, but again only 2 tube stations in Richmond upon Thames, the other one being Richmond, which is busier, so that leaves Kew Gardens. In Southwark it's Kennington, which I have actually changed at like loads and loads of times, but I've never actually gone in or out of the station. In Tower Hamlets it's Bromley by Bow. In Waltham Forest it's Black Horse Road, unless you include the London Overground as well, so if you add the 2 together then the least used tube station in Waltham Forest is instead Leytonstone. In Wandsworth it's East Putney, which I've used a few times and is always quite busy, and a lot of people walk from there to Putney, so that's really quite surprising. I mean, I guess it's by the process of elimination. There's a lot of the Northern Line stations in Wandsworth are quite busy, especially like Tooting, Broadway and Balham. In the city of Westminster it's Royal Oak, and last but not least in the city of London it's Mansion House. That's it really. Bye.